Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope you're ready to learn some basics today, as we will be demonstrating the correct way to set up and execute a flick, which is classified as basically using your flip when dribbling the ball on your hood to propel the ball forwards. This is a really useful mechanic that applies to all game modes, all aspects of Rocket League. We will practice being able to control the ball on top of our cars, using our flips to successfully perform a flick. And finally, we will discuss some useful situations for applying flicks. Alright guys, to start off with our warm-up, we're going to be following along with our partner from MedStar, our physical therapist Jana, and we're going to be following along with the exercise she leads us in.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Jana here, physical therapist with MedStar Health. In today's video, I'll show you how to do some more neck and shoulder exercises to help improve your posture, muscle strength, and flexibility. This exercise is the pec stretch to help stretch the pectoral muscles that are in the front of the chest. Clasp both hands behind the head and pull your elbows back until you feel a gentle pulling across the front of the chest. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat this exercise 2 to 3 times. This stretch is similar to the upper trap stretch that I went over in a previous video, but this one targets the anterior scalenes, which is a different muscle group that can also tighten up when you're sitting with a forward head posture. To stretch the left side, sit up straight and pull your shoulders back, tilt your head to the right side while looking straight ahead, and then slowly rotate your head to look up to the ceiling. You should feel a pull along the front of your neck on the left side. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 2 to 3 times. That's it for today's video. Make sure to check out some of my other videos to learn how to gain healthier, improve your muscle strength and flexibility, and avoid pain and injuries when gaming. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Alright guys, our first exercise will consist of us practicing the first part of setting up any type of flick, controlling the ball on top of our hoods. We're going to be doing a training pack for this exercise, and remember that our goal is to practice our control of the ball with it on top of our hoods. You don't have to score every single ball, you don't have to worry about your shot percentage. Right now, just focus on keeping that control with the ball on top of your car and dribbling. So for this training pack, just try to successfully complete 10 shots while keeping the ball on top of your car for the duration of your shot. So basically, just work your way up to the point where you're able to control the ball on top of your car and you're just going to be literally driving it into the goal for most of these packs. But it's a process and it might be a little bit challenging at first. This gives a lot of newer players trouble, but keep at it and you'll get it. Next, we will be learning the actual basic front flick. Now, remember that there's a lot of different types of flicks. Like, for example, there's 45-degree flicks, 90-degree flicks, backwards flicks. There's a lot of different types, but just to keep our practice focused, we're just going to be focusing on the front flick for this lesson. And remember, in order to do this correctly, you will need to be comfortable with the concept we practiced in exercise 1. If you aren't comfortable yet, don't be afraid to go back and practice some more. You're not going to be able to do this drill without being consistent with the first one. So just keep that in mind before moving on. If you are ready, we're going to be in free play and we're going to be beginning with our exercise 1 concept of starting to dribble the ball on top of our car. And then we are going to be double tapping our jump button while holding forward on the left joystick. So basically this is just going to be a front flip. And if you do it correctly, it's going to propel the ball forward. The timing on this can be a little tricky, but if you do it correctly, the ball will be propelled forward and into the air off your car. Practice doing this and count how many successful flicks you can perform in 5 attempts. To complete this drill and move on to the next step, you should be performing a somewhat successful flick at least 3 out of every 5 of your attempts. For our final exercise, we're going to be practicing using flicks to shoot the ball. The training pack we are using will challenge your mastery of exercise 1 because you have to balance the ball on top of your car, otherwise you will fail the shot if the ball touches the ground. Basically, there's like a modifier in place where the timer on each shot is very short, so if the ball touches the ground after a few seconds, or even 1 second for some of the shots I think, it's going to be a failed shot. So this is really going to test your ability to keep that ball balanced on top of your car. And for this training pack, attempt to score off of a flick for at least 5 out of the 16 shots, and then to continue practicing, each successive attempt you have after that, try to go higher than that score you previously got. Now we're going to apply our newfound flicking ability to our ranked games. For this lesson, we are going to be queuing your choice of 1v1s and 2v2s, as these game modes will allow us the space we need to help us get more opportunities to practice our flicks. In threes is very fast. There's 3 cars per team. There's not a lot of space, so that game mode will not be optimal for our scrim with purpose for this session. And each game, try to set up at least 2 successful flicks. If you don't complete 2 successful flicks in a game, play an extra game. Extra playing time only means more reps to get you better. If you're struggling, just keep at it. You might need to go back to previous drills in this lesson to fortify what we've practiced, and that's okay. Intermediate and advanced players should try for 3 flicks a game. In this lesson, we learned the 2 parts to setting up a basic front flick, controlling the ball on top of our cars, and using a front flip to flick the ball. After completing this lesson, you should continue to practice our first exercise in particular of controlling the ball on top of your car, as the timing can be very tricky and takes constant practice to improve. Don't forget to comment on the video, guys. Let me know how well you did, and that's going to do it for this lesson.